I'm still waking up, you guys. I am still waking. It's daylight savings time. Throws me off every time. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Daytime Today Live. I'm James Lott Jr. I'm still waking up, you guys. That's my voice. I'm on a little later than normal, but I am here. Hope everybody's having a good week so far. I'm saying hello in the chat room. Making sure my phone's turned off. It's like 10 different steps to do these things. You just have no idea. And you can't just come on. You want it to work. And I am here. If anybody shows up today. Many things to talk about. I'm still recovering from this weekend. But while I'm doing that, Daytime Today is audio and video. Oops, I just almost fall. It's audio and video. It is both things, kids. You can listen to me or watch me. Today, I look like nothing today. Today, I'm just kind of like, my poor Charles shirt on, my glasses around my neck like an old person. I'm just getting myself together. I took a little nap. I had shows this morning, but I am here. And, this is your chat in the afternoon about soap stuff. But I'm going to talk about a couple other things, too, that's kind of related to the soap stuff. Very good stuff. I'm so happy to be here. We had a big weekend. I had a big weekend with Sean Kanan. So I'll talk about that. I have some casting news out there, all kinds of goodness. But yes, our show is on YouTube at JLJ Media. It's also on all audio streaming services. You can go there. And I'm telling you guys are showing up. I mean, this show is a huge runaway smash on my network. So thank you. Hi, George Blackman. Hello, Susan. Hello, Leopardess. You guys really show up for me, so I appreciate it. I was with Tammy Govea this weekend, the original host of this show, creator of the show. We were talking about it. So the vision that she kind of had, that I forgot to sit over there, put that in the kitchen, had, there's all kinds of, what's the bold? I know, really. I saw bold stars this week. Okay, so I want to tell you guys, get a little inside information, a little behind the scenes of this weekend. So if you haven't seen already, on all of my social media, which is James Lott Jr. JLJ Media, or Sean Kanan's social media, or Krista Allen's social media, or Bold and Beautiful social media, we had a book event for Sean Kanan. Sean has a book out called Way of the Cobra, which I keep meaning to have it on me to show to you guys. One second. This is live TV, folks. Live TV. Okay. Now I can show it. I got it. Way of the Cobra is his book. Sean Kanan, his book. It came out. You can get it anywhere. It's a nice, healthy book. We'll put this somewhere over there. I'm actually have it sitting up. Not like in the background, like Darth Vader. No, I was sitting up right there with Grogu. I love you guys too. Eyes watering. Let me cry now. We had a book event that I moderated and hosted. And it was an honor for me to do that. And it was a smashing success. It was at the Barnes & Noble here in Los Angeles, the Grove. And it was an interesting crowd, folks. I'm going to tell you what was going on. So, interesting crowd. It was like soap fans, Cobra Kai fans. Now, you know what Cobra Kai is. It's a huge show that was born out of the Karate Kid movies. If you didn't know this, but I'm sure you do, Sean Kanan was in Karate Kid Part 3. He played Mike Barnes back in 1980, blah, blah, blah. And I saw him back then. But Sean and I are friends. We're actual friends. And he asked me to do this event with him, which I want to give a public thank you to Sean, because it helped give me a little boost in my career too, just something we did together. But he knows he's safe with me. And my portion was to help him with the Q&A, do an interview with him, kind of help him shine and showcase this book. That was my number one job, right? But it was standing room only, upstairs on the third floor. We were on stage, and for me, this was our first real event since the pandemic started 2 years ago this week in Los Angeles. This week, 2 years ago, they shut down everything. because LA went hard. It was like a major lockdown. And so it was totally crazy. And so but this is the first event. So I make jokes. I'm a host. That's what I do for a living. I talk to you guys every day. That's what I do for a living. Right. And I wasn't nervous about that part. Like I can speak, I know how to speak, I know how to ask questions. I know Sean. Sean knows me. So we know each other, so we knew we were safe in each other's hands. I wear my clothes. Kids, this is what I'm wearing today. I'm wearing sweats. That's what I'm wearing. Sweats. Like you never see this, basically, or my whole body on Zoom. You just don't, right? You see from breast up. I had to find clothes to actually wear. I was like, I'm wearing, for shoes. I'm showing you all behind the scenes. I'm wearing slip-on sandals. These are cute. My mother got these. My mommy got me these. I'm in my 50s. My mommy got me sandals. But I'm like, so I had to find real clothes. My joke was, I had to go to the back of my closet like I was going to Narnia to find something that fit. Kids, it was a little rough. I was like, these pants don't fit. This pants don't fit. This shirt doesn't fit. So I had to go all the way to the back and I found a pair of pants. I wore a little cute Argyle sweater that I've had for years. And that was cute enough because also it was warm in LA. It was like 80 degrees. And it was warm up there too. So it was a nice, cute outfit. I think he and I matched fine. And so that was more worried about that and my hair. I was like, I'm gonna do my hair. My hair is still kind of a little wild today. I had it, it's still wild today. So I get, it's just you're my family. I show you the ins and outs. But I was more worried about that, not so much the actual thing. But it was our first event in 2 years. It was a wonderful, wonderful event to be at. It felt so good to be on stage. When his wife Michelle introduced me, everybody was clapping. I was like, oh my God, I'm on stage. Oh, my big ham. I love it. I miss it. Because this, again, 2 years ago this week, I was planning stage work. I was gonna be on stage all year. I had stuff coming up. I had some gigs booked, things happening. So I'm also a recording artist, spoken word artist. I wrote a play. I had all this stuff. 2020 was my year of stage. So I was literally going to go that direction. And then the pandemic said, and cut everything down. So it felt almost poetic that this weekend, almost at the anniversary of the 2 years, it happened. And it was weird because some folks had masks, some folks didn't have masks. I am vaccinated, but I am not boosted yet, but I am vaccinated. And I haven't caught COVID. So I haven't caught it. I haven't caught it so far. So I don't know. So I was like, well, I said, I'm just going to let it go, let God, and just see what happens, right? Because it was the feeling of being around other people. Oh my goodness. So there was a question earlier. Oh, Leopardus. I have no idea if someone filmed it. I haven't seen it. I wasn't in charge of that. I don't know if they did or not on YouTube. It was for us, there's lots of pictures. I see lots of pictures, mini videos. So that's what that I know it is. Now also, this weekend on Saturday, I have a series called The Really Quick James Engineer Show. It's its fourth season, 6th year. I just, I go, so you guys watch it. I just take you on journeys with me. This was a journey to the grow. So I give you some more behind the scenes stuff this Saturday. It'll be on the Saturday morning. And it's called The Really Quick James Engineer Show. It's episode 10. And there's more stuff with that. But I don't know if anybody filmed it. I haven't seen anything yet. I mean, who knows? Maybe somebody did. I don't know. You like me bald? Yeah, my hair right now. This is my pandemic hair. I just decided to shave the sides and the back all off. It feels good. And just go top. And I was doing it just as a joke. I didn't really know. I started doing this last year. My hair grows so fast, like weeds, that my hair it's longer than this. Like my hair is long. It's long. It is. I mean, if I pressed it out, they'd probably be down to here. I wouldn't be surprised. I have a barber. I have several stylists that I could go to if I needed to. But I just shave my head myself, the sides myself. I don't know the twist. Because I know you guys are joking. I don't know the twist. I don't know. I wish I want to know. I want to twist. I'm born beautiful. I want to know so bad. I don't know. So yeah, so I have a guy, Francisco, who I don't go to that often, just because I just wasn't going. I wasn't going often. I was getting my haircut. So depending, I know my hair is crazy. I felt like just think, did I get bored? And I said, I'll do something different. And at some point, I'm gonna go back to the bald at some point. I know I am. That's just how I am. I'm going to. But right now, it's like it's grown, it's out. That's what we're doing. But yes, the event itself, people. So who came? So Eva Basler was there, who runs PR at Bold and Beautiful. Casey Kaspersik was there, who's one of the producers at Bold and Beautiful. He was there. Annika Noel showed up. She saw her, she's like, oh my God. I'm like, oh my God. So she was beautiful. I mean, Annika is like one of the nicest people on earth. And somebody out there, I had to shut them up. You know me, I will run my mouth. I had to shut them up. She's not nice. She won't let us tag her in photos. So you're gonna talk shit about her because she can't. The point is, the reason why she can't, because she was having problems with people giving death threats and shit to her because of her character. So she had to kind of cut shit down because fans, there are fans out there who are too much, which I know personally how it is too. So I know how that is. Fans will come out of left field and come at you, and you're like, where did that come from? So she's on social media. She doesn't have people, you can't tag her and stuff. But if she sees it and she wants to retweet it or whatever, she will. But she's one of the sweetest, nicest people out there, seriously. And I love her to death. So it's good to see her. Krista Allen was there, Lisa Taylor. I saw her. I saw my friend Justin Torkelson, who played Rick, won an Emmy for Rick. And I'm making a little announcement. He will be on my new series, my returning series, The Easter Hare, coming next month. We're doing a prequel to the season 1, and he has agreed to be on. I just sent him the script, so I'm very excited about that. Also, Kate Linder was there from Esther from Y&R. Carolyn Hennessy was there, my girl. Caroline goes we go way. She's I've known her like probably in that group the longest. I've known her for so long. She is just delightful and hilarious. She's always so kind to me. If you know who Carolyn Hennessy is, Diane Miller on General Hospital, and at Al, she does so many different things. She's always working, right? I saw some old fan favorites. Victor Alfari was there. He played Franco on Days. He was there. Some members of the Cobra Kai world, Karate Kid world showed up, and some other various others. But it was nice. Scott Turner Schofield showed up, who was on Bold and Beautiful. Is in Studio City. Yeah, many of his Studio City co-stars showed up. They were there, of course. But there's a lot of Cobra Kai folks. And they asked the question, will it be in season 5? And you have to see season 5 to see if he is or not. That's kind of thing. So it was a really fun event. Tristan didn't make it this time. Tristan made it to his last event. Kimberlyn Brown was there. I almost forgot. Sheila was there. I love Kimberlyn. I'm good friends with her. I get to see her. She's like, oh my God. She's like, big guy. I get to see her. We hugged, and she was just so good to see her. I said, you guys, she's like really super nice. It's so funny that she plays this character that's just so bitchy and mean, but she's really just like this nice girl, or woman. I should say girl. I should say woman. Thank you, Latasha. I appreciate that. It was a nice stand. He read a story from when he almost died. I didn't know until the book. I didn't know the story. It was a really moving story, and he did a book signing. He had food and drink. They had pisco punch. That was good from pisco's from Peru, and that was nice. And so it was a really nice event. It was very, 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 very nice. But there's pictures everywhere on the internet, all over the place. We got to write up a digital journal magazine. I'm a power journalist. We have that, and so it was a lot of fun. But there's a picture of me and Carolyn. I'm waiting for Tammy to send it to me. She took it. I'm waiting for Tammy to send it to me. But it's a picture of me and Carolyn that she was chewing. She was eating the cookie. I was like, hey, come on, girl, finish that cookie. But she is just the sweetest. She is such, again, supporter of my career. It was good. And that's the thing. I think I had my brother showed up, my sister showed up. We got to meet my family because I usually do things on my own. So it was weird having my family there watching me, and they were kind of like amazed. They took me to lunch I guess it was lunch dinner because it was around 4, and I didn't eat anything afterwards. I mean, after all that happened, kids, I took my bra off, pulled my hair out, and laid down. And I went to bed. I was in bed early that day because I had 3 shows to do next day, Sunday, for the soaps. I was like, oh, I'm worn out. Yes. Well, they're all there. So yeah, Natasha, they're on live. If you follow us online, the pictures are all out. We on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, James Lott Jr., my fan page, James Lott Jr., James Lott Jr. 1 on Twitter, James Lott Jr. on Instagram, Sean Kanan, he's everywhere too. He's on Twitter, he's on Instagram, he's on Facebook. The pictures are out there. They're all out there. Again, the book is called Way of the Cobra. That's really cool. Yeah, but the pictures are out there. So, I mean, yeah, there's pictures, there's video. He did a special, he had a request to do a karate kick out of my hand. And he was in jeans. He did it. That video's out there. So yeah, it's a lot going. There's a lot. So they're all out there. I know, Lisa, you gotta come out to LA. They come to one of the events. Hello. Come on out, girl. And so it was a fun time. So I want to make sure I mention that. And kudos, and again, thanks to Sean Kanan. His wife Michelle Kanan is the best. To the staff at Bold, they were there too. I love them too. But the staff at Barnes and Noble were so on top of it. They were so good. There's one particular woman. I've got her name already. I just want to give a shout to her. She was really nice. She had glasses on. She was tall, dark hair, but she was really nice. It was a good event. It was really good. And you know, kids, that's what it was about. This was a bigger thing than just a book signing for me. It was very much of people supporting their friends. And Sean had people say such lovely things about him during the question and answer period. And I said some nice things about him too. But it was very much he's a guy, especially in Hollywood. He's a guy who says what he means what he says. He does. Now that's just, I'm just telling you, he has not let me down in any way over the last 7 years I've known him. So and a lot of people feel the same way. So this is very well deserved. Also, we did mention Studio City and made the announcement that I'm in Studio City season 2. Apparently, everyone from the show has seen my scenes, and they say I'm very good. That's their words. I've not seen them. And the director was there, Timothy Woodward Jr., Emmy-winning director, Timothy Woodward Jr., said he loved my scenes with Sean. So I'm acting opposite Sean on Studio City, and I remember that day like it was yesterday when he called me up and he said to me, he goes, "I have a role for you, and can you come tomorrow?" And it was a place in Canoga Park at Kevin Hart Studios, and I live in Inglewood, and that's like 30 miles away. So I'm like, I was like, it's Sean Kanan. And he's like, I need somebody to be a rude podcaster. So that's what I play. I play a rude podcaster. So I don't know exactly how it looks. They all say it looks good. And they said, James, so it's really good. I'm shady anyway in real life. And also, Sean and I have this whole inside joke about being old. He and I, we're both in our mid-50s. We're both around the same age. I'm just a few years younger than him. But we always say we're the old guys trying to hang in there. So no, I was another character. You'll see it. That's all I'm going to tell you. You have to watch the episodes to see who I am. Someone mentioned Emmy nomination for me. They said, I started laughing, go, I guess as a guest, they have guest star. Their guest stars get Emmy nominations and stuff. So I'm like, that'd be kind of weird if I was Emmy nominated. That'd be weird. I'll take, even if I didn't win, I'd take the Emmy nomination. But you have to watch the actual shows. They should be coming out hopefully the next 10 days or so. We're still trying to figure out when the release date will be. But yes, I'll be in season 2 of the Emmy Award-winning Studio City. So it's kind of weird. And you guys, I don't want to be an actor. I don't know. This is just weird shit that comes to mind. People write me in things. Lisa, like Tony Moore said to me, same thing as Tony Moore said, James, you've had some well-deserved opportunities. And I guess, I work hard, kids. I'm tired all the time. I work hard. Oh my goodness. I have 10, you saw my desk right. I have 10,000 things going on right now. But that's kind of it's speaking to existence, right? But speaking of my acting, so this Saturday also, your boy here is playing twins on a show called The Story of Red. It's part of my Really Short Story podcast. We release really short stories on there every weekend, and it's a very successful podcast. But I'm actually starring in it. I play twins, Red and Charles. And star opposite Flobo Boyce, Ryan Person, and I wrote it, directed it, co-produced it. It'll be out Saturday. So you want to hear me do some acting. I usually don't write stuff for myself. I'm usually the narrator. I just don't, okay, doing every podcast. Well, what's so funny is Texas Rangers fan. It's good. I'll promote the fuck out of myself. Here's the deal: we have an Emmy podcast called the Daytime Emmy Specials. And it's here. You can go on any streaming service to hear it or watch it on my channel, GLJ Media. We actually cover the Daytime Emmys. So, but now here's the deal. My co-hosts Jerry Waggett, Lucretia Lyon, and Walker Ragsdale. They're very successful, very popular. But here's the thing. Now the Daytime Emmys, I won't get to the weeds of this. They've changed the rules. And so now they're breaking up all the different, it's going to be like 5 different Emmys now. Like these are for dramas, these are for children's, game shows, whatever. They said that actual like Studio City and all those digital dramas now can be nominated for primetime Emmys. That'd be crazy. So I'm like, there's this whole thing. I still understand. I'm not going to say we have to go watch that show and get all the details. But I have an awards podcast. I have a podcast for the awards, so I actually have one. So it'd be weird talking about myself with my co-host going and up for a guest star, and then James Lott Jr. And then we also do predictions. That'd be so funny if my co-host did not predict I would win. That actually would be hilarious. That would be hilarious. Hello, 70 people watching. 70 people are watching me in the middle of the day on Tuesday. Like that. And like I said earlier, I have Justin Torkelson, Emmy winner for Bold and Beautiful, is going to co-star in my Easter Hair series, which is coming back this April. Jet Boy season episode 2 is out today. Jet Boy did very well the first week last week. It's out again today. So I'll make sure I mention that, of course. And I have a new book out. You know me, I do 10,000 things. Me and my freaking collaborator, Charles Wong, put out a book called These 2 Words. Every page has 2 words that mean something to somebody. So that's out today. I'm very proud of that. I have all kinds of stuff coming up other than that, but yeah, I don't want to be an actor. I like doing spoken word. I like being a performer. I'm like, I don't want to be an actor. But then people ask me, like, I'm in a movie with Vivica Fox. People loved it. They were like, oh my God, we saw you. I'm like, yeah. A Second Chance at Christmas a couple of years ago. My friend Joe Webb wrote a role for me. So I said, of course, I'll do it for them. So, and again, there are people that they scratch my back, I scratch theirs. It's kind of just a mutual scratching society. We just kind of do it together. When Calls to Heart, I have my reaction. It's out now. You can listen to my reaction. The show is very interesting. I'm not gonna get to the weeds on that either because I actually have a show for that. But it's to me, I can tell it's in season 9, and I can tell that the person who's watched it from the very beginning, it's not the same show, but in some ways it is the same show. It's very interesting. I enjoy watching it, and I still get similar feelings when I watch the program. That's there we go there. What's going on with Tanner? Nothing. He had a baby. They had another baby. And he's being a father to a newborn, which is a lot of work. I did it twice. I did it once. The other one, the other stuff. Well, I did several times. That's all. That's all I know. Anything else? If anything else is going on with him, I have no idea. I just know that he's been busy being a new father, and he has 2 kids. Now he has 2 kids now. I mean, Kayla, or he's about to become a father. One of the two. He's like one. He's like one of the. He's either becoming a father or is a new father. He's busy with family stuff and those commercials for Liberty commercials. Um, Here's the thing. So everybody on all the soaps, and some of you guys know this already, they have guarantees. So when they get hired, they're guaranteed a certain amount of episodes. That's how they get paid, right? And so the point is, I haven't ordered De La Rose DVD yet. I haven't ordered it. I haven't on a watch list. I haven't ordered it yet. But again, they have some episodes with me, and it's hard to write for anybody, right? And of course, this series is half an hour. More Beautiful's half an hour. So it's kind of like they write these stories and they're trying to get everybody to get their pieces of their time. So you'll be seeing some people rotating out soon and others rotating back in. So in the meantime, they get vacations. They get a chance to go off and do other things and other projects, or if you follow any of them, many of them are out in nature. Matt Atkins is always out in nature. They're kind of like just doing other stuff and getting ready because it's long days at the studio. So they rotate them out. So some characters you won't see for a while, and some may come back. So Finn, we saw him for a minute 2 weeks ago. I'm sure he'll be back. But I know he's still but either his wife is pregnant again or they had a baby. They're busy doing stuff. Yeah, I know. It's like Laura Wright's on every day on her hospital. Like, girl, you're on air. She got to make that money for her in West now. He's not on the show anymore. Did I say that? Did I just say that? Hi, Jill Carter. I'm trying to see what your avatar is. I can't see what it is. So people rotate in, rotate out. We saw Bill for a second, and then we just see him again. But he'll be back, and they'll be back. This got to rotate around. Half-hour shows are harder than an hour. They just are. They really are. Speaking of casting news, they casted the new Asian chick on Young and Restless, who used to be on General Hospital. So I'm glad to see her on there. And Selena Wu is back. My girl, Lydia Look, she is back on General Hospital. We love Selena. Will Curtis work with her? Well, they'll become this, and Brad's going to be her new running this poker thing. Hilarious. I love her. Lydia Look is the bomb. And I realize she's really nice. I haven't met her in person, but I met her online. We have this little love affair online. And when I say love affair, I'm being funny. Like a mutual admiration society. And she's the bomb. I'm trying to get her on the show because I want her on the show. She is the bomb. She's great. Yeah. So there you go. Oh, you think Wes is cute? Okay. Yeah, he was on Charmed like 10,000 years ago. Yeah, he did that a long time ago. Yeah, I met Wes in person. I have a whole other thing, but I'm not gonna be super shady on Tuesday. I'm not gonna do that. I'm sorry I mentioned his name. I conjured up his name. That was by accident. I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna try to stay as shadeless as I can. It's starting to get a little darker over here. I don't know what's going on here. It was like really sunny earlier. I don't want to be as shady as I normally am. Okay. Oh, okay. So I got an email. I'll look at that later. You like Jill Carter's name? It's like Linda Carter. Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman. Oh, when theme songs were good. Yeah. Mrs. Wu is the bomb. She does how to dress. She had that big purse. You go, bitch. I'm a huge fan of Lydia Look. I think she's like, I didn't say it 3 times. Like I wasn't sure, but I conjured up some people. I'm like, I don't want to conjure his name. She's the bomb. Here's the thing. She has such presence, and she just exudes like you get scared of her a little bit. You're like, okay. I mean, again, I just like seeing representation, folks. I know that I say it all the time on here. I do. But I'm just like, I just think representation really does matter. It's nice seeing people of all different sizes and shapes and ages. And I know you guys like. I know you guys love the shade. I'm trying to be a little less shady. I'm trying. It's not easy. I'm drawn this way. But it's nice seeing, just aesthetically, just seeing different types of people on screen. I mean, is it really that hard, people? I know that if you are of a certain race and all you see is your people on there, you're used to it. You have no reason to think about anything else. Not really. You don't have to. But for those of us who don't see ourselves as much on screen, especially on days, this is a daytime chat. You know, on daytime, it's very, you know, and these are actors who can work. And it's everybody in here, if you watch General Hospital, I think 100% of people love Selena Wu, the character. They love it. I have not met anyone who doesn't like the character of Selena on General Hospital. It just happens she's Asian. You know what I mean? I don't like her just because she is Asian. I mean, I think it's great she is. But I think it's like, that's the whole point, is that she plays this character so well, and it just happens to be she's Asian. I did watch the Maurice State of Mind. It was good. I'm loving Maurice's State of Mind. I really am. I'm not a huge Maurice Bernard fan, but I mean, I appreciate who he is, and I know his stature on daytime. But watching these episodes, they're of State of Mind, they're so good, and he's so good. And it's what I do for a living. I talk to people. You get serious. Talk to people, get serious. Talk to people. That's what we do. So So I'm a fan. I'm a fan of that. A big fan. Yeah, no, everybody loves him. That's what I'm saying. She's a character everybody likes. Just happens she's not white. It's on some level, it's kind of like, why not? Like, why not? I got stories about everybody. I'm glad you said Joan Rivers in daytime. I do name names. But I'm glad you say Andy Cohen. Oh, no, thank you. Even though I have all his books, I like his books, don't like him, but I like his books. Hi, Jane Hayden. So I do name, I name names. I don't care. I name names. Oh, nobody can come after me, bitches. I don't care. But anyway, I just think that it's not too much to ask, to have diversity on daytime, because diverse people watch daytime. So let's add a little more diversity and come on with some of the gay characters. Can we have some gay folks, please? We have some storylines, please. Don't see some of these soaps. Just make them regular. Just bring them on. I mean, on General Hospital, you have so many gay characters. And I just have Brad and his single ass. We don't even know where Lucas is. He tried out Felix every once in a while. Come on, do something. I know they're heading towards this Harmony and Lexus thing. I know that's happening. We all know that's happening. If you watch General Hospital, you all know that's happening. But Bold makes me laugh the most because it's all about fashion, and there are no gay folks on the show. There is no gay folks on the show. It's all about fashion in Los Angeles. There's no gay folks, not a gay assistant, not anything. They always pick good models. The models are always pretty. I know some of the fashion houses, and no Forsters are gay. They're all straight. All the men's. Make Zendy gay. Make him come out of the closet. Just have models. Just I don't know. Because I ain't feeling Paris and Carter. I'm still not feeling that. They're trying though. They are trying. If you watch Born to be Beautiful, you know what I'm talking about. They are trying. I miss the fashion shows too. I do. I miss them. I know part of it was COVID. So, folks, I totally understand. Totally understand. But now we're coming out of it a little bit. That's true too, Janae. That's true also. YNR is doing his best as can a little bit. Even though I got involved with Latino stuff for Ray. Yeah. So there's a lot of things that these soaps could do better in that category too. So it just General Hospital once in a while will hire someone with a disability. They had that lawyer who had a disability, and she was good. I forgot her name. Oh my god, her name is in my head. But I can't get her name, but she came in for a minute. Was a lawyer. I thought great casting. She did a great job. It's just like, come on, folks. And Chet, of course, obviously, the leg. So I mean, it's like we need more of this kind of just do it. Just do it. Just do it. Do it. Just do it. Like, come on. Because again, they tried out on I'm telling you, it's exactly a month ago. Exactly a month ago, they trotted out Terry and Chet on General Hospital. Where are they now? Where are you? Where are you? I don't see them. They haven't been on since. Yeah, they haven't been on since. What's that about? At least Days of Our Lives bring back some of the gays. So yeah, bring them back. Come on, bring them back on. You come on my lives. Yay, Nikki. It's just like, well, Maya didn't have the baby. She didn't have the baby. It was her sister who carried the baby. She didn't have a baby. She didn't have the baby. It was her sister. Remember, her sister carried the baby and gave it to them. Now that's what it was. So I'm just saying that's what it was. That's storyline. And actually, part of that storyline, what's his name? Scott Turner Schofield, who was on Bold, was Maya's friend, was actually at the book signing. Well, Layla Leopardess, that's why the Asians are coming back on, because they mentioned chemo. No, Terry and Chet are very cute together. But again, we're not seeing any follow-up dates. You know, he's running, what is he running? He's doing something or whatever. I don't see it. There's no follow-up. They had 2 episodes of them, and that was it. I don't know. I mean, Maya was a boy before, so she didn't have a baby herself. There was no baby. There's people help me out here, because if I'm wrong, let me know. I mean, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But she was a he, and had been with Carter, but she had no biological baby, clearly, because you can't have one. She was a man. She was a man before. So I just know she had a baby later, but through her sister. But when she came on, you guys are good to chat. You guys are good at chat. You guys can fill me in if I'm off. I watched 10,000 soaps, but I remember her looking for a baby that was hers, because she wasn't a her, she was a him before. So I don't know. So that's so. But I could be wrong. I interviewed Carla. I know Carla mostly, so I interviewed her on the show. We talked about her storylines. And you can find it on this channel too, under Born Beautiful Me Spotlight. You know, I can promote anything. I know Carla Mosley. I have her phone number on my phone. I know her. We talked about her storylines. I don't remember that. That was it. So she was a man before, and then that was the secret. And then when she first came out, was a secret. But Carter liked her, and it was Carter and Rick. Then later she had a baby, and then later Homegirl wanted to have another baby or something, but it didn't work out. The sister was whatever. It was a whole mess. But they got rid of that whole family, didn't they? Bye. And Rick. They got rid of everybody, which happens. Myron, that's why her name was Myron. That's right. But that's the interesting name, Myron. I don't mind that. I don't mind that. Sonny's Gym. There you go. I was saying, oh yeah, he runs Sonny's Gym. That's right. I was saying that, you know, they pop these people on. Yeah, okay. See you later. G's had aliens and vampires, so make it possibly have children. Oh, well, sure, okay. I would say that's more of a Days of Our Lives thing. The baby belonged to a friend. So I tell you, somebody will tell me what's going on. So she's looking for a baby, so it belonged to a friend. Okay, I was saying when you said her baby, it wasn't hers because she was a man. Okay, so that's okay. I was just kind of curious. Do you like the storyline they are giving Chloe's dad? Sorry, I'm not recalling his name. And Leo. No, I don't like the storyline. And Connor mostly did a great job on Y&R subbing for Amanda. She did a great job over there. I'm not a fan of the storyline with Craig. I'm not a Kevin Spirits fan. So that's number one. I've had some dealings with him in the past. I'm not a fan. And secondly, I think I said was it on this show or another? No, it was on another show. I argued. It was Days of Our Lives, just in Days. I argued the point during their live show that Nancy and Craig were a special couple on daytime because you never saw a larger, full-figured woman with what they call a hot guy, and that they never made a point of that. The whole point was that he loved her, she loved him, and that was just it. So to me, that was a great representation. My point was kind of like, out of all the couples in Days of Our Lives history, you had to choose that couple to break up and make him gay and leave her. I thought that's such bad optics. I was like, no, a later in life gay story, totally fine with that. But I feel like the optics in that just, it sends so many wrong messages to people out there, because soap opera fans watch soaps sometimes to escape, sometimes to feel they can feel kind of close to a storyline. And part of it was, I'm a big girl, I can find me a hot man too. And exactly, they do plus size women wrong. That's a trope that it's everywhere, right? That's why I love This Is Us. That's why I love certain shows where they show full-figured women who are themselves, and they work it out, and they get hot guys or hot girls, whatever. The point is, we don't see enough of that. So that's why I was like, I just said that to me sends the wrong message. Because they're two separate, strong things that don't happen on daytime very often. So they should have kept them separate. That's just my opinion. They could have picked another couple and did that, but yeah. So I went on a whole tirade on that. Did I like the GH model? You said on there. Well, at the end they tried to save. GHGL. They tried to save Guiding Lights. Ellen Wheeler was producer at the time. They tried to save it. It was not making enough money. They tried to cut down production costs, did a lot of handheld camera stuff. And I totally get it. I get it. It wasn't the best always, but I feel like they were ahead of their time. That's why it didn't work. I think it was ahead of their time. There's some shows that are ahead of their time, and that's why they don't work. If they came out today, they'd be a hit. But sometimes they come out a little too early. They don't work. So yeah, Nancy, I just think the whole thing is, I'm not a fan of it. Not a fan of it at all. It's not a fan of it at all. At all. But see, GH is a reality show, but see, now every sitcom does that style, the handheld documentary style filming. Even General Hospital, once in a while, will try some like weird camera stuff every once in a while. So I'm saying, I think they were 10 years ahead of their time. I think that's what it was. That's why it didn't work. But also, some of the writing wasn't the greatest. So that's not. I mean, they always say if they don't page, it on stage, and it all starts with the writing. The writing ain't good. You can try all kind of stuff, and it's not going to save it. It's not going to save it. So you have to make sure the writing is tight, and people want to see what's going on, and it brings you in. It don't bring you in, it'll bring you in. So I mean, Loving changed into the city. It changed its whole. They killed everybody off and became a city for the survivors. So, I mean, worked for a minute. They were trying something. I think soap's been around for 100,000 years, right? They've been around a long time. I don't mind sometimes soaps trying something different. I don't. I know it's like comfort food. You want to tune in, see your same people do the same things. But then you guys get bored. When I say you guys, I mean the fans. They'll get bored, but then they want something new. And they want, I think that sometimes we're so stuck in our ways that we don't see that, but what if it did work? You try this, and what if it does work? I mean, Days of Our Lives is a prime example of when James E. Riley came, writing so outrageously, it worked. It did. Burying Carly alive, the possession storyline. I mean, whether you liked it or not, it was something different, and ratings were flying, and actors were having fun, and everybody was talking. That's kind of the point. And when you do all these things and still root them in something real, the police are coming to get me. Same with like As the World Turns Up. Douglas Marling came in and started writing the shit out of that show. Started writing. and started changing things, and Iva's rape, and Holden and Lily, and it changed the course of the show. Sometimes it's just good. Sometimes it's just good to try something. Like, why not? I just think it's, and if you're an actor, and no shade to Kim Zimmer, because I don't know her, and I'm a huge fan of her work. Who cares what you think, Kim Zimmer? The point is, it's like they have a job to do, and they're trying to keep you. They're trying to keep you having a job, And the show is not just the actors on screen. The show is the crew. The show is the writers. The show is so much bigger than just the 7 or 8 actors you see on screen in a scene. It's background actors, it's craft services, it's costuming. I mean, there's so many things. So we learned this 2 years ago this month. When they shut down Los Angeles, we realized, oops, everything, we shut down a show in a studio, it affects all the restaurants nearby, it affects everything. That means everybody's out of work. So it's kind of like, that's not a good thing. And so you say things like, well, it should have ended before, but that's arrogance. Yeah, yes, Kim Zimmer, you probably can do fine. You'll need the show, because you probably got money saved or whatever. But like, what if the hardworking crew people don't? I don't know what they're making, but they're working hard, and then their specialty is working on crew. So a lot of times they have to find another crew job, where actors can do all kinds of different acting things. So I'm just saying it's we have to think more larger picture when it comes to. And I said during the pandemic we learned this. A lot of businesses. I have a lot of friends who lost their businesses. I'm thriving, thank God, but I know a lot of people who lost their businesses, and you didn't even know that. You didn't even know they were connected. It's like clothing shops. I was like everything. It's I don't know. I just think that all those people, all those shows that went off the air, it wasn't just the actors. All My Children, Wanted to Live, Guiding Light, As the World Turns. Somebody mentioned Sunset Beach. I mean, a lot of these shows, that means some get jobs elsewhere and some don't. And and jobs are tough. They're tough to get. They're really tough to get nowadays. And the pay isn't always the greatest. So I invite people to kind of think of, they shit on the last couple seasons of Guiding Light, or they'll say this wasn't that good on this one, and then okay, maybe it wasn't the greatest, but they did try to save the shows. Didn't work, but they tried to save the shows because they were legacy shows. So I give points, please, for trying. That doesn't always work. Dave realized the time jump. It worked for me. It's only worked. I liked it. Now Bold said they have a huge, bold move about to happen. I'm waiting to see. I'm open arms, waiting to see what happens. Right? Who knows? Who knows? Remember, there were at one point 23 soap operas on air. Think about that for a second. I give points. Think about that for a second. At one point, there were 23 soap operas on the air on all 3 networks. Then in the 90s or so, there's 13. 13 soap operas. 13. Now there's 4. That's crazy. There's 4. 1 on one network, 1 on another network, and 2 on another network. I've not met Torsten. I'd like to meet him. I've not met him. Passion's another great one too. They're also. I love Santa Barbara. That was my show. That was an ambulance. Okay, I was going over there. But you know what I mean? It's like there's a lot of sub actors out there not working. There are a lot. I was talking with my aunt this morning. There are a lot of actors out there doing other stuff now to make money. We gotta make money. There's not enough work to go around in the genres that they want to work in. Getting a soap job is nice. Nice way to work. Nice little steady job. You can work with your home life. You have family. It can work. They film very differently now, and so it's a lot. It's hard work, but getting a soap job is nice. So I don't know. I mean, yes, we're back to this again. Oh, so yes, soap nets. Soap nets. I told you one day if I could get something, if I could do it. I just found that Dallas and Falcon Crest are both on IMDb TV, and that's it. So like, let's get Falcon Crest and Knots Landing on there. All those old soaps. Think about it, all those old soaps, all those tapes just sitting somewhere in a warehouse or sitting somewhere in a storage unit, just sitting there. Just collecting dust. Oh my God, can we let them out? We let them out. I know. It's sitting there. So I have friends talking about pickles. So yes, that's my rant for today. I think. All I'll do is rant. Anything else for me to rant about? I'll give you guys a say. Okay, so this portion I've been on for almost an hour. Now I will open up to questions. Any questions for me? Soap related, of course. Any questions? I will see if I can answer them before I go off. Before I go off the air. How about before I go off? I want you guys to ask me any questions. This is the question and answer portion. Okay. James, Wyatt mentions Paul all the time, but Doug Davidson never makes an appearance versus Jess Walton and Lean Davidson or Laurie Bell. Why? It could happen one day. It could. From a soap standpoint, he has no family on the show or any major ties to the show. I mean, he has people he's related, kind of like him and Nikki were friends, that kind of stuff. But like, there's the police officers, of course, but there's no tie to the show. Where the others have family, that's why they come on. So, diplomatically, that's all I can say right now. But I was telling you, the chances are he will not be on the show. But but never say never. Never say never. What do you think of Esme and Carly's scene? I loved it. I was like, that's why Carly's like, no, bitch. You ain't go. You just sit the F down. You ain't going nowhere. You messed with the wrong family. But Esme, I had a laugh. Esme had balls. Esme had balls. And when it on Carly, I was like, Carly's the wrong bitch. Oh, Carly is the wrong bitch to do that. And she went in. And I was like, oh, Carly's like, oh. Carly was like, Trina, now you come for me, bitch. This is now it's no story. Your bed won't be that cold. I mean, she went off. Woo! Went off. Will I interview Carolyn Hennessy in the future? Possibly. I'm sure I will again at some point. I'm waiting for Studio City. I might call her on to come to the Studio City show. She hasn't done that one yet, I don't think. So I have an after show in Studio City, so I will possibly have her come on that show. No, V, I'm answering very diplomatically. I know a few things, but I'm answering very diplomatically about that question. I know I'm not gonna. I don't want. I'm just gonna leave it at that. Oh yeah, Esme, she gets a little too big for her britches. I mean, these women eat people like her for breakfast. For breakfast. It was still time for this weekend. Me too. Me too. Me too. This is question time. You ask me some questions. See if I can answer them or not. Try to decide if I want coffee or not. Do I want some coffee? Coffee. Well, V. Carter, you know why I don't picture Drusilla in Lillian Devon's place. Do I even need to say anything? We all know why. Who do you think about bus that's around? That I have no idea. It's too soon to tell. It's too soon to tell. Yeah, it's too soon to tell because they just reveal that they're working together, and everybody. And there's so many people. There's so many different factors going on that I can't even predict. I need more time before I can predict on that one. You know what I mean? Because it's too soon. It's too soon. Where was supposed to be in 5 years? God, that's a good. That's a good. I don't know that one either. That's a good question. Wasn't Carly one of the people helped expose Ryan was going to be Carter? So, I don't understand that sentence. Carly, Ryan, and Carter. What show is that? The Elizabeth thing is very interesting because I'm not sure about that either. I'm like, I don't know. I mean, I don't know if it is her. I want to be creepy Jake. I'd love for it to be Jake. But see, now that they're playing it up so much, I'm thinking it's not Jake now. But I would have loved to have been Jake because I think why not? They mentioned his cast 9 years. I was like, everything okay. Wasn't coming who helped expose Ryan to be Kevin. Okay, you said Carter. I'm like who? I'm like who? What? Carter Kevin. I can't remember. Yeah, you said no. I get it now. I get it now. I was like, I can't remember. Besides Deidre Hall and Wes, who else do you love madly? Name names in a delicate way. So you also love madly. Oh, you mean are you asking me this inverse question of like who do I like, who do I don't like also, who gets on my nerves? Or you want me to actually answer who do I really like a lot? So once you answer that question, then I'll go forward. Are you trying to be like funny, like who do who else do I not like, or who do I actually really like? If that makes any sense. We're just been interviewing days or YR. It goes every week is different. Every week is completely different. Some weeks I'm like YR's on fire. Last week it wasn't. Some weeks days on fire. Some weeks I'm like I'm bored out of my gourd. So it depends. It totally depends for me. Yeah. Who gets my nerves? That's how I feel. That's you're getting there. Well, I mean, I'll tell you, somebody who I considered a friend who I completely just now we're not enemies or like that, but just we're not friends really anymore. It's Cassie DePaiva, another one that just I love her. I love her work, love her as a person. An incident happened and it was out of my control, and I think she overreacted, in my opinion, and I think she thinks I did on purpose or something. So we don't talk anymore. We just don't. That's somebody I didn't see any soaps today yet. I haven't seen any soaps today. Yes, I'm not going to GH convention. They're tired over there, the people who run it. So I'm not going to that. So they can kiss my grits. They were never nice to me in the past. I tried to work with them. They could give two shits about me. So nah. Well, Robin Strasser, of course. There's no love lost between us. We had a Twitter war years ago that she started, and I tried to end it. But she's somebody I have no use for whatsoever. I used to really, and again, she's Dorian Lord. I admire her. I admire her life and her career. But I just think she's something else. I'll just say that. And I mentioned Kevin Spiritus. He was not nice to me back in the day. It was very rude. But Trika Darba, who they're good friends, she was always nice to me. And to me, it's people. And I'm not talking bad days. People have bad days. Like, right, everybody has bad days. I'm talking consistently. So if I don't like somebody, if I'm not one of those, I'm not. Let me say this. I'm not one of those people who has one bad encounter and thinks that's it. Because I understand the business. I understand meeting fans. I understand all kinds of stuff. You just have off days. My judgments are usually through a period of time, and also and or a specific incident that was against me. But no, I mean, like, I'm completely. I will give people chances. Oh, always, because I know you catch somebody at a wrong angle, you catch them at a wrong moment. You try to be nice. You try to be nice to people. They can't always all the time. You just can't. Just stuff happens. Just can't all the time. So I'm down for that. So I'm like, okay. Okay. I'm not excited for anything yet. I just had my fan event with Sean Kanan this weekend, and that was fun. And we had a great time. And I've been home the last 3 days just in case. COVID is still out there. We're not done. Everybody take a mask off. The government is confusing me, is what the government is doing. So I guess what they're telling me is, I'm not boosted yet, but I'm vaccinated. That I'm vaccinated, even if I get it, it shouldn't be that bad. But then, so do I still quarantine for 10 days afterwards? Or now I just go out in the world, do whatever the fuck I want? Then you got the unvaccinated running around, doing whatever the fuck they want. Then they're telling me that in the business, there's still mandates of if you don't get a test. It's all for me because I'm in the business also, so it's all confusing to me. Every student has their own everything. It is the craziest thing. So I'm not excited about the world opening back up. I wanted to on some level. I want to get back to normal on some level, but I feel like do we have a handle on this thing? Now I'm seeing commercials for I call it long COVID. Talking about long-term effects. Oh, yeah, it's not that bad. You'll be fine. It's like a common cold. And then folks are having trouble breathing 6 months later, and other problems that are related to COVID. So I don't know how I feel about all this yet. I don't go to fan events. I mean, my first fan event was the Dish Days thing last week. I've never been to a fan event before. No, I'm not counting Day of Days. I did Day of Days twice, but I usually just don't. So I don't know. I have 2 concerts to go to. I have a concert to go to in June and a concert to go to in August. So I'm going to see New Kids on the Block in June with my daughter. I forgot who else is playing. Then I'm going to see a huge freestyle concert in August. Obama got COVID the other day. Yeah, I haven't watched any soaps yet. I watched Bold in general yesterday. I haven't watched any. I haven't watched any YNR yet. I haven't watched any today. I'm gonna watch them tonight. I'll watch them tonight. Yeah, Tony does the most fan events. He's been going to and doing the most. But Sam's has long COVID. Exactly. So it's kind of like I already have underlying issues, so I don't want COVID. So I'm still hoping I don't have it. My throat's a little scratchy today, but I'm like, that could be from allergies because now in the West Coast, spring is like full bloom. All of my plants are in full bloom. So it could be, but yes, I'm seeing New Kids. But see, in August, I'm seeing Taylor Dane, Expose, Lisa, Tiffany. Like, it's this huge concert, and so that's going to be later also. If you get COVID and you are vaccinated, boosted, but high risk, you have 20, they going to happen to be positive. I know what I'm saying. It's just like it's so like. I'm hearing 5, 10 different things. So I'm like, well, so am I to not do this? Am I to do this? Am I to not do that? I'm like, what am I doing? What am I doing? What am I doing? What am I doing? So I'm like, I saw my masks and everything. It wasn't Trina, it was Tracy Braxton who passed away from cancer. She had esophageal cancer, which is a rough one. Tony Moore is friends with the Braxtons, so he knew what was going on. But yeah, it's just I don't know, kids. I don't know. I want to be out there and back to normal, but we're not back to normal. And now we got World War III about to happen at some point. It's like the world's just like we just you think it's safe to go back in the water, as they say. That the world's going to hell in a handbasket. In a handbasket. I know these concerts, I'm nervous about them too a little bit, but at least I feel like that might be okay. And that's the thing. Concert. I've been to a concert. The last thing I saw was February 2020. I saw the Donna Summer musical at the Pantages Theater with my sister and brother-in-law, and it was the bomb. The musical was they had three people play Donna Summer. It was so good, and it was a wonderful concert. Wonderful. Well, it was like a concert, wonderful show. And I saw Hamilton for the second time right before that. Those were the last two things I saw. And then in 2019, I saw the Spinners. I saw Katy Perry. There's a bunch of things. So yes, we got clogged throat, phlegm, runny nose, tested positive. That was my COVID. So wear mask, travel for Christmas, 3 airports. Yeah, that's the thing. It's like I said, right now I got a little scratchy throat, a little bit of cough, but yeah, it's crazy. You understand? Yeah, you can say that again. It feels like we're in. It's one thing after another, after another, after another, after another. That's what it feels like. Shoot, it's crazy. Okay, folks, I'm gonna get off. I've been on over an hour. Yeah, I'll be back on this week. I'll be back on. Thanks for making the show a hit for me. 28 people. Yes, I used to have a car. I sold it. I used to have a house. I sold it. I own this house. Co-own this house. But I got rid of a lot of stuff. I got rid of a lot of stuff. Downsize. I'm happy. Happy. Daytime stays everywhere. So you can check us out anywhere, everywhere. I appreciate all of you, each and every one of you, coming on. Have a good evening wherever you are, because now we're heading into the evening. I don't have a nighttime today or anything. Nighttime now. No, I don't really like that. But I'll probably be on tomorrow for JLJ this morning. I'll probably do something then too. But anyway,